everyone, Dr. Z is in, and I am here to give you guys a PSA for the newbies. And I'm basically giving out a PSA to all newbies, just in case they might have accidentally fell for Channel 1 shenanigans. And this is going to be about weapon selectors that you will get for free the minute you are done with certain tutorials that are given to you by this lovely game here. Now, I'm going to remind people that this game here is not Genshin Impact. This is Punishing Grey Raven. Weapons do matter in this game, okay? And signature weapons really matters in this game, because signature weapons are tailored to that character for a specific reason, and giving certain characters random weapons will not help them in the long run at all. I'm not kidding. So first off, two places where you can get signature weapons. You can get weapons from base to target weapons, or weapon research. Target weapons are specifically for your 6-star weapons, where you got an 80% chance of getting them. And as you can see here, these literally tell you which weapon goes to who, and they also tell you why it goes to that person. And all you just have to do is press a little exclamation button, read right here that says skill, and you can pretty much see why this character can only use this weapon. It even says it's recommended for Sophia Silverfang, the Siscon, or how do you say that? Sion? You know what? I'm not going any further. Well, the reason why this weapon here is tailored for her, because when picking up an energy ball, increase extra damage bonus by 3% for 5 seconds. She's the only one that has that ability. Lee Entropy and Palefire do not have that ability. Then you have the Scythe users. Extra damage bonus increased by 2% for 5 seconds when dealing damage to to enemies with super armor. It also causes stun. And yeah, it's recommended to Ayla. Now I get what you're thinking. Why can't I give it to Hisima or Arclight? Well, reason for that is Arclight. His weapon gives him electric bonus because he's a lightning type unit. Giving him Ayla's weapon will pretty much hinder him in battle because he's not a physical type fighter. And Arclight's ability heavily relies on his electric output. And it also triggers core passive reduced to 3 under signature lightning charge. He's the only one that has that ability, so that's why this weapon here is recommended to him. Hisima, let's see here, she's an ice unit. For her, Bitter Frost deals 20% more base damage. Bitter Frost level, energy acquisition speed increased by 100. That's her ult. So if you would have gave that scythe to anyone else, you would not get the skill, or at least a skill bonus. So yeah, it is very important that you pay attention to what weapon you select for certain characters, because no, Luna's pretty much an easy example since she's the only one that uses this weapon here, this weird ring thing. However, when it comes to the lives, they all use cannons. Here's the thing about Luminous. She has a 10% chance of inflicting frail with this weapon. I mean, sure, it may seem like a good idea to also give it to Eclipse and Lux, but... Corrections on my part, but you can in fact give this weapon to Eclipse since her and Luminous are the same archetype. The reason why Lux cannot use it is because, well, you'll see in this next part. But here's the thing. Lux is an electric type, so she cannot use that weapon. Her signature weapon, for every 12 orb ping, increase extra damage for the allies within 5 meters by 10% for 5 seconds. Duration resets every time it is triggered. When attacking imprisoned enemies, extra damage bonus increased by 10%. Lux is the only one that has an imprisonment ability. That is her, I think it was the yellow ping orb that has that. Yeah, it's the yellow ping orb. Ping as in P-I-N-G, by the way. One more interjection. It's okay to use this cannon on any one of the libs, but at the same time, it's just more recommended for the physical types than the electro type. That is all. Also, Eclipse weapon can work for both Luminous and Eclipse, but I don't know. I kind of prefer to stick to type specific due to the ult boost that the weapons give, but it's up to you to choose if you want to stick to the ult boost or test your luck in the goddamn war zone. Good luck, newbies. Yeah, I can see why it's probably recommended, but at the same time, Luminous weapon for Luminous is better because it inflicts faint, which would help you out a lot if you want those suckers to be stunned. Ember. I saw somebody made a mistake with this one. Embers gives her fire damage increase because, well, she's a fire unit. Her other counterpart, which is, I think, is a physical type. Let me see. Yeah, this one only does physical damage, so it's best to just give her hers, which is this one, because it increases her physical damage. So please, for the love of God, if you ever choose to be a Karenina main, make sure you don't accidentally give her the wrong weapon. Same goes for Kamui, because there are 2 different types of Kamuis, well, technically 3. One's a dark type, one is a physical type. And this one is the physical Kamui. This gives him extra physical attacks. And this one, both physical and dark attacks get an increase. So yeah, another place where you can get weapons is through Recycle Shop, 6 stars. So whenever you recycle the weapon that you accidentally got for the wrong character, the chips will come here. But you only get a set amount of chips when you do that. I think about 50. And you need about 450 to be able to get a new weapon. I know I said I wasn't going to interject again, but damn, this part is very important. Before you decide to scrap a weapon, make sure you 100% will not pull for that character, because once that weapon is gone, you're not getting it back until another God knows how many pulls. So please think before you scrap. Adieu. So do yourself a favor, study these weapons, and the best place to figure out who each one of those weapons belong to is to come to here and just study them. But I get it, new player, you don't want to do that. But at the same time, not a very good idea to not at least try to study the weapons. Trust me when I say, once you make that mistake, there's no going back. You'll have to wait until you get that other character to give them their signature weapon. And now on to basically giving quick representation. What the frick? Recommendation on who to probably choose when you first play. Now, if you want to build like a physical team, I would recommend Alpha. Let me just go to my list, because I got most of them. Alpha is pretty much a big physical team battering ram. I forgot what type she is. I think she's an attacker. But she is the best DPS for the physical team. If you don't like how she looks, which I don't know why, then get Rosetta. She is the perfect tank for the physical team until her until her next S rank. Her next S rank rival comes out, which will be next year. So might as well get Rosetta in my opinion, because shoot, she's here. Just get her. She's fun to play, and her signature weapon will give her a boost. And she's also got this thing called a leap, which would allow her to have an extra attack to do extra damage. But if you don't feel for women, there's always Lee, the gunner man, who has this cool ability where he pretty much just rains all hell from the sky. And we also have a new amplifier out, who is for free, to help boost your physical team. Now for the Lightning S rank selectors. Well, you have the choice of this lovely woman here, Bianca. She is the best Lightning DPS in my opinion. So if you want to make a Lightning team, get her. Who else was... I think that's the only one that is for Lightning. God dang. I can't remember who else was for Lightning. I know it's not Chrome because he's at A rank. Yeah, she's the only one for Lightning. Damn. Unless it's Garnet who is the other one for Lightning. No, never mind. Garnet's in... I will be living in your head rent-free soon, but I'm here to make another lovely correction because my goodness, I should have never recorded this at night. But Garnet is in the S rank selector that you will get for free. She is the best tank that is out right now, and her signature is pretty noticeable. Also, Luminous is in the S rank selector because she's an S rank unit, but most likely you'll end up using Eclipse. She is given after the prologue of the first dang chapter. So yeah, pick your poison when it comes to the physical team. See ya! Cool, I think. This is Garnet, by the way. And I know that the name there says Vera, but we call them by their frame names, just so no confusions happen. Well, sheesh. 1 minute. Sorry, nearly had a blackout issue. Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, trying to recommend units. Well, that's pretty much all for the Lightning team I could think of. If Garnet happened to be on there, she's the best tank for the Lightning team. That's all I gotta say. And she's actually pretty powerful too, so I do recommend. Now for the Fire team. Sorry, I'm out of breath. Fire team. I know a lot of people diss this version of Nanami, but in my opinion, she's a pretty good fire tank. And, well, I say give her a shot before you judge her. Because trust me, she's a little bit better than this Karenina. I'm just gonna say it now. She's better. I would never choose this chick again. Because how in the world did your non-fire counterpart do more damage than you? That makes no absolute sense. And it even has a more cooler move. But She does have an idol form, which is very cute, so go for it if you want that idol skin. Now for the physical. I forgot to talk about Luminous, which is very sad. I'm sorry. But she is a good healer for the physical team, even though you'll get a free live, which is this one for your first round of playing. But at the same time, she is a good healer, but you'll probably be more focused on either getting Alpha or Lee or even Rosetta. But just know, do not forget this live. She fights with grace, and also she has the most beautiful coatings. And yeah, it's a bridal form. I'm still trying to figure out why, and oh my god. This used to be free. When is this going to rerun? Now let's see here. Dark team. The dark teams that, the dark members that you can get for the selector. This Karenina is not a part of that one. Never mind. You can either choose between Luna or Tenebrion. Where is he? God dang it, where the hell is he? There he is. Tenebrion. He's a pretty good tank. But unless you got a signature weapon, he is not going to last that long, sadly to say, but I'm a little biased because he pretty much got me through chapter 1 through 6. Since a lot of the enemies are just downright weak to physical, and Dark is just pretty good element to use during those chapters. But Luna is considered the go-to because of her ult ability, which sucks in all the enemies and just drops them into a black hole. So yeah, I would recommend Luna too. And is there an ice type in the S selector? If it is, it's probably Plume, and if you're like a big Lucia fan, you would get Plume, but I would advise against it. Because she is soon to be outclassed again. And one of the characters that outclassed her is literally a fracking A rank Bad Bonita that you can get in the pools. Her tank version, Chrome Glory, who is sadly going to be outranked soon, but that's unless you want to make 2 ice teams. And Chu, who will be getting a ice frame around winter. Hisima is also a better choice, but she's a uniframe and you have to pull for her. I think... Is he a goddamn ice type? No, I don't think he's an ice type. I think he's a dark type. Never mind. Yeah, Hisima, who is a solo freaking fighter, outranks poor Plume. So yeah, unless you really like Lucia, then I would recommend getting Plume for your ice attacker if she's on the goddamn list, that is. But yeah, that's pretty much all the characters that are on the S rank selector. And make sure that you get their signature weapons that are tailored to them, because yes, they matter. And they are mostly elemental locked or special move locked. With probably the exception with the exception of Eclipse weapon, which can be given to both her or Luminous, but in my opinion, just get Luminous signature weapon for Luminous. No switching them up. Especially the fact that Hypertune is out. Not Hypertune, Harmony is out. And you don't want to waste any materials, because trust me when I say, This chip here. This freaking chip here. Costs 150 of those shards. And the only way to get them is through this. It only gives you one, by the way. So unless you're willing to wait 2 years to get this, don't do it. Don't get the wrong weapon. Stay focused. I'm not kidding. And that's all, folks. So until next time, the Doctor is signing out.